Welcome everyone to episode, I believe, 12 of Otaco Time. I can't actually remember what episode we're doing now, but
Well,
I have been informed it is in fact 12. I am, of course, your host Cloud, and I'm joined by Northall and Conchitas once again. We're
Yay!
just chilling, vibing. I actually just got back home like 30 minutes ago, and I'm kind of tired, but it is what it is. And we're getting right into the show.
Yeah, we are. How's the house coming along?
It's not bad. I mean, yeah. So for those who don't know what's
Yeah.
going on, I'm gonna be moving out of this laundry room fairly soon. And we've essentially
About time.
yeah. Me and my brother have been renovating one of like these other houses that it's one of my dad's properties. So we've been renovating, changing the floors, just painting the walls, just everything. The house was kind of a mess when like the old tenants left, so we've just been like fixing it up, and we finally getting close to the finish line. We're almost there. It's actually coming out really nice. We like changed all the floors in the room. The bathroom was nice. The bathroom was nasty when we got the house
When you
back.
first got there.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is so trash. But you know, it legitimately just needed to be cleaned more than anything. Like the cupboards in the kitchen today, they were like it's so nasty. There's like a lot of like grease and like yellows. Like it's supposed to be white, right? But it's tinted yellow. And I was like, oh god.
The wall or the cupboards?
The cupboards
are
like inside.
brown. Oh, on the
No, like
inside.
inside. The inside is supposed to be white. And so today I just like took them out and just started scrubbing them. And yeah, I mean, it was just dirty. Like it retained its white color. So I was just doing that and cleaning. And we also got the appliances today. So we're getting those installed. But overall, it's been going good. Hopefully, I don't know, in like a couple weeks or so, I'll be going live from a new place.
From your new house?
A nice looking place. And not where there's a bunch of laundry behind me and random hats and these posters that's been there for
like
years.
10 years.
Yeah. So hopefully that happens fairly soon. I mean, everything's been going pretty well, so if everything just goes to plan, I don't know when I'll be moving in, but hopefully soon, like the next couple weeks or so. What about you guys? What have you been up to this week? No, for sure. It's nice.
I've just been chilling. Well, aside from like work and stuff like that, this weekend I've just been chilling. I got my final 5G boost on Friday.
You got your booster?
I got my booster.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You'll get signal everywhere.
Tired. I'm gonna get signal everywhere, man. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it did. I mean, I didn't feel anything, luckily. I felt like a lot of people were telling me they had really bad reactions to the booster, but I feel like people are just like sensitive. I don't know. I didn't feel literally nothing. Like, I think I felt more with the second dose than I did with this one. I was just really tired. Like, really tired. But I think I was just tired in general, like tired of life. And so, yeah, so I just like chilled and stuff, but it was nice. I like got to like just relax and binge some Netflix. And yeah, I finally watched Comey. I think I watched it like 4 times. We'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay, yeah.
I watched like clips. Like I watched a bunch of clips from it. And I just like rewinded to a bunch of different parts. But yeah, other than that, I was just chilling. And today just kind of relaxed a little bit more, ran some errands and stuff. But yeah, what about you, Northald?
Well, ended up getting all my PC parts this week, so I have a new computer. So
yeah, you finally upgraded.
Yeah, I was waiting to.
We've been hounding you to get a new PC because you're always saying like, "Oh, my PC is just dying," and then we're like, "Get a new PC," and you're just like, "No."
No, it's not.
I don't know why. Yeah, like I don't know.
It wasn't worth it unless I had a graphics card. So
yeah.
Did you build yourself or did you get a pre-built?
No, I build myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
I
give
know
us the specs. I'm sure everyone's
Yeah.
wondering what's in that PC you built.
AMD Ryzen 9 5900X.
Nice. Okay.
Oh
32
shit!
gigs
I don't know what that
RAM.
is. 32. All right. All right.
I took my old SSDs and I put them in here because they were just storage, and then I have
Yeah.
M.2.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
then I'm switching back and forth, but I might end up keeping it because Mies is having issues with her PC with like
Mm.
the 3000 series,
Mm.
NVIDIA cards. Don't
Oh,
know
okay.
why, because she has she has an i9 11900X, so or K,
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't know what's going on. It just keeps saying it's driver issues, but right now I have a 3080 in my machine. So
Damn. A
Oh, okay.
3080.
yeah,
Nice.
What?
yeah,
That's too much.
So how'd
That's
you?
too much graphics
That's too much
for
power.
that's
for
too
a
much
simple
power.
woman like
So
me, like myself.
How'd you
I
get
Yeah.
don't
it?
know what
How'd you
I'm gonna
get the
be doing with it.
3080?
How did I get the
Yeah.
3080?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newegg Shuffle.
Oh, all right.
What's
Uh,
that?
Just managed to get lucky.
So Newegg has a shuffle where they put out packages or like combo deals,
Oh
and
yeah,
they're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like if you get picked, then you can buy it. Otherwise,
Dang, it's like a lottery to
yeah,
purchase. That's where we're
yeah,
at now.
Mhm.
Dang.
yeah.
Basically.
But
Jeez.
me and me, we get picked like at least once a month or a few times a
Wow.
month, at
Nice.
most. But we just never bought the cards because we just like tacked down the list. And we would always like get the drawings for like the 3090s, and those are like
Oh,
almost like
okay.
2 grand each.
Yeah.
So we're just like, yeah, nah, we'll skip it.
Well, I know a lot of
Jeez.
people
So
that would envy to be in your position of just winning a chance to buy one,
yeah,
and then
it's
you're
already
you're over
happened
here just
twice.
like throwing them away.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's pretty funny too because people are just like, you could just scalp them, right? I was like, I don't
Mm,
know. I
that's
just
good.
Ah,
Be a good guy.
I just feel bad
Good
doing
guy
you have
Northel.
you have morals. I respect that
yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because like
literally.
that's even how I got my PS5 too.
You bought it from a
Uh,
scalper?
No, I got it through Newegg Shuffle.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
okay.
So it's just like, all
Dang.
right.
Oh,
So
maybe
All right,
maybe you're
y'all.
getting so many chances because like you're not even buying them. So the
probably,
Newegg is just like, oh, these guys don't buy them. Let's just give them one every single month.
Every month?
He's he's not gonna
just
do anything with it.
they're probably like, please buy it, and it's just like, oh, not this time.
Nice.
So
Maybe next month.
yeah,
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, now
not
you never have to go outside because it's gonna look just like,
yeah. I just
if you
get
want to look at trees, you could just like pull up trees on your computer.
I just get a VR headset now, and then I'll just freaking see.
yeah.
Never have to go outside.
You never have to go outside again.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Nice. Well, speaking of going outside, okay, I couldn't think of anything
Well,
funny.
I can't go outside right now because it's raining. It's actually
Yeah.
raining
It's
over
actually
here,
raining. What?
and it's been off and on all week, and it's not going to stop until like ended like at evening tomorrow. So it's going to just rain through for like a day.
It's supposed to rain here tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Just like I'm looking forward to episode 2 of Komisan. So that's what we're gonna talk
yeah,
That's
that's
what
about
we're gonna
today.
talk about. Oh, there you
There we
go.
go. All right, nice.
Smooth.
Cool. I found the I
There's a
found the
transition.
in. Yep,
That's
there it is.
yeah,
Uh so
Oh man.
Komi-san, that's probably going to be the majority of what we talk about, mostly because we're going to. I mean, I love Komi-san. I think we've been saying that for like the
Yeah.
past couple weeks. The episode finally released on Netflix after like the 2 week delay from the, I think, Japanese simulcast or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
So we finally got the first episode. It was amazing.
yeah.
Man,
Um,
I
I
loved
I
it.
I
Chef's
do have
kiss.
to say something. Netflix, my lawyers will be contacting you because me said she didn't
I see.
approve to use her likeness in the show.
I see. Yeah, you said that your partner bears a significance
A
to
significant resemblance to Komi.
Komi.
Well, I wouldn't say like looks, but the whole personality and everything. She was like, yeah. I'll let you go more into it first, but there's like, well, actually, let me just do it. So there was that scene where she had to read a book, right, in front of the class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she told me, she was like, well, I got by without ever reading. And she was, because pretty much the same crap happened to her too.
She just like wouldn't read.
She was like, she wouldn't read. She like, they asked her to do it one time, and she like froze up, and then everyone was like, well, and then never had to read. I was like,
Dang.
God damn.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
But did she never have to read because everyone thought she said more with her silence than she did actually reading?
I guess so.
Because that's what happened in the anime.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just give
Let's break it
a
down.
brief rundown of what Komisan is. So Komisan Can't Communicate is about our main character Komi. It's a slice of life anime that stars Komi, which is our heroine standing right there in the front,
in the middle,
in the middle, and then it also follows this other guy named Tadano, who is the plain looking dude, the only dude in the graphic that we have up. So Komi-san has crippling anxiety that prevents
she has a communication disorder.
Yeah, that prevents her from like communicating effectively. So she can't really speak to anyone. She has a really hard time talking to anybody. And then Tadano kind of notices that and sort of ends up becoming her friend because he manages to be able to communicate with her. The only way she really can communicate is just literally like writing stuff down and just like showing it to people, which
sorry.
Hey, did you tip your DoorDash?
Sorry, no, did I tip my DoorDash?
That's some excellent customer service right there. They just went straight into your house and delivered.
Anyway, keep going. Don't mind my dinner.
That's basically the premise. And her ultimate goal was, because she had such a hard time communicating with people, she always had a hard time making friends. And her ultimate goal is to gain 100 friends. And Tadano is going to help her get 100 friends.
And he is her first friend.
And he's the first friend. And it's overall just super wholesome. And in this first episode, like I think I've said this in previous episodes, where I was kind of worried how they were going to handle a stylistic manga that Komi-san is, because again they do a lot of like references and they dabble in a bunch of different like styles, and I think they like did an amazing job of just creating like a very vibrant environment and animation style that really like encapsulate everything that the manga was like doing. Like, then nothing fell out of place either. It all really flowed together, and even like the expression changes in Komi-san's face was always like great, and I loved it. And it was so great. I have nothing but praises for that first episode. Actually, I do have one one gripe.
Do you have one gripe? I might be the same one that I have, because I have one too.
What's your gripe?
So mine is I felt like, so there's like this scene, where they're writing on the board, on the chalkboard, and like I'm assuming it's just the way that Netflix is doing it, but like I felt like every time I watch something on like Crunchyroll, like they will like translate some of the written parts as well. And like with this one though, they show like it's like a good like 30 seconds of like the chalkboard conversation. And like, I mean, if you read the manga, like that chalkboard conversation really gives you like a little bit of insight into them as like characters and stuff. And like with the Netflix, it didn't do any of that translation. So I was like, well, crap, I don't know what they're saying. Like, and so that was probably my only gripe. And then I felt like there was like slight like glitches in the animation.
Okay, yeah, I
And
think I know
like
what you mean by those.
there were some parts where it was just like and like these are super small complaints because like I loved it as well. So this is
Mm.
just like me being like really nitpicky
Mhm.
about like, oh, whether it was like, because I thought it was really well done and like I really enjoyed it and stuff, and it definitely brought to life a lot of what I really loved about it. But yeah, there was some parts in the animation where it almost felt like it was like a jump skip, like it was like they were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
moving and then all of a sudden it went from like here to here, and then I was like, oh, what the heck? And so that those two are my only two things. But what was yours?
No, I had the same gripes where the conversation they were having on the blackboard wasn't fully translated. I thought that was really annoying. And I
Yeah.
was just like, what are they saying? I'm only getting like the some parts,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I
Yeah.
can't
it
read
kind of killed it for
anything.
me.
Yeah.
That was probably my gripe, and the animation thing, I did notice that a little bit, but I kind of completely forgot about it until you brought it up.
Yeah.
Because I think the rest of it was just really well done, but except for like the whole not translating the conversation part, because that
Mhm.
was like a really cool scene. Like that in itself was, I felt really well animated and everything. And then I'm like, all right, well, I
Yeah.
guess I
Yeah.
can't read anything. I'm just
It's
gonna.
like, oh, I'm not
Yeah.
weep enough. Oh, yeah, I think that was my only thing, but it was so good. And like Northall, you haven't read the manga, right?
Nope.
No, so like just going into it first time blind, like anime only, what did you think?
It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed
Come
it.
on, man, give me more.
Yeah, we need
Oh.
more. Come
We
on, I
need
need
more,
more.
dude. Come
Oh,
on.
no. Okay, fine. Uh, God, there was so much. I don't know. There was too many parallels for how me and Mies like first started talking. Cause
Mm.
so I really enjoyed it. The animation was good. I understood the references that they popped out with, like even the cuts for like their quote unquote commercial. I was like, the hell's Mega Man doing on here? I was
Hmm.
like, what the hell?
I was
Yeah.
Um,
I was wondering about that. Okay, yeah, keep
yeah, where
going.
he like jumped and exploded. Uh,
Mhm.
but yeah, no, it was good. I'll keep watching it. I'm interested. I want to know like how it goes. I don't know where to read it, but I know you guys have read it, right? Or did you buy the physicals?
I read it on a website,
Questionable site.
questionable website.
Yeah, we could I read so I think got the first 10 volumes from the local library, like just
That's right.
borrowing them.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
rest I also read on a shady website. We'll tell
Oh
you
god.
what the shady website is later.
Oh god.
Yep.
But yeah, like even like how we first started talking, like I would talk to her and she would just write to me. So I was
Mm.
Okay.
like she was just watching it and she was like we both enjoyed it, but it kind of hit like it hit
Ah,
different.
yeah.
I was like, what are they
You're like,
doing?
this is too relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh I do want to see the other characters because I almost missed it at the end when they were just like, oh yeah, everyone at the school, they're all eccentrics and
Mhm.
weirdos and stuff. And I was like, oh crap. I go, okay.
Yeah.
Uh
I always thought
so
like no, keep going. Sorry. Finish
so
your thought.
so I was thinking, I was like, Tadano was like, yeah, I'm normal, blah blah blah, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Does he have something weird, or is he just like the
That's what
most
I was just about to say.
flat?
Yeah.
Is he like the most flat, normal person there? And it's just because he's so normalized that he's just at a place, which kind of like goes into that.
I don't. That's what I was about to say. I'm like, I thought that was funny because then it's like Tadano is supposed to be like the most like. Didn't you say his name is like a play on words? That's supposed to just mean like
Yeah.
ordinary person or something like that.
His name literally translates to just a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a guy. Oh,
Just a
okay.
guy.
Just the guy.
Um so yeah,
But
he's definitely like a very normal character, and he never really gets anything like super special in terms of like
mhm.
a personality. He is just a really simple guy. He's just a guy. The only thing that really kind of gets into like maybe a quirk or something is like
Yeah.
he's just able to like read Komi really well, which isn't
Mhm.
even like, oh, he's like, oh, he's special because he knows Komi or something. He just knows.
Yeah.
He just knows her because like, he's her friend. They like talk a lot. They hang out a lot. So he kind of picks up on like these visual cues that she gives off. And then I think eventually he starts being able to pick up stuff from other people too, not just Komi.
Mhm.
And that's like
Okay.
the only thing. But that's just a product of him being like a bystander watcher type of person who just like notices things. Because yeah, there's nothing really special about him.
Yeah,
He's
and at the
just a
beginning he
guy.
does say like, "Oh, I can, and I'm really good at reading a room." And then
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
like wanting to kill him. Like, yeah, read the room. Like,
Yeah.
um,
So like that's about it. But other than that, he never really stands out more than anybody else. Like and like Komi-san, one of the reasons why I tend to really enjoy it a lot is because every character really feels different, and they're also really interesting. Like, and at least in the manga, I don't know if they're going to do this in the anime. I hope so, but in the manga, they actually kind of take time to flesh out every like new character that shows up, even if it's just for like a little bit. And then they even
mhm.
have chapters where like sometimes Komi-san and Tadano don't even show up. It's just literally side characters, but they're generally just so interesting and really funny that you kind of don't care because like the characters themselves are pretty good. I'm assuming this first season is gonna focus like on these main four right here that they've
Yeah, I
shown.
think so
But
too.
when they were talking about all the eccentrics people in like the ending of the episode, it showed a lot of characters that won't even like at least in the manga didn't show up for like another 100 chapters or so. So like I don't know how in depth they're gonna go with this.
Oh, did they really? I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna have to re go back and like rewatch that
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
which characters show up.
They showed a couple of them. Just like wait a second, I don't remember that character early on. They showed up like way later. Um, But yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna focus on like these four, and these sort of end up being like the main characters. They're like the most reoccurring characters throughout the whole manga.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
and I like them. There's
I think the other thing that I think is like really good about like this one is all the characters like they have like it's true all of the characters are like like pretty decently fleshed out and it ends up being like 30 something characters, right? Like I think
there's a
yeah, I
lot.
think
There's
yeah,
a lot
there's a
of
lot.
characters.
But it's also funny because like a lot of them are like also play on words. Like there's this one girl who's like the yandere type and I'm pretty sure her name is Yande. Like, and then there's like another like and there's another one who's like this like country, this like little she calls herself
Oh
a
yeah, the
country
country
bumpkin.
girl.
Her name's
Yeah.
Inaka, which literally means like countryside. And
Mm.
like so it's just really good, but you don't I mean like I think as someone who like I don't speak Japanese, we don't speak Japanese, so we like miss a lot of it, but
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's name kind of has like a little tie to like their personality and stuff. And like it's a bunch of tropes at the end of the day, but it's just like so good. And so
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think
bad.
it's the fact that it has a very good understanding that it's a trope, but
Yeah.
it fleshes out like that trope within this world and kind of makes it more believable because it plays so well with like the other tropes. It kind of is like what if you got like a yandere and mixed it with like this other trope. Boom, here we go.
Yeah.
That's gonna be its whole
Yeah.
chapter next week.
Yeah.
So it does a lot of like a good job of like mixing things, which I thoroughly enjoyed because it fully embraces it. It doesn't try to like
It,
hide it or anything.
right. It's like aware that like it
Hmm.
doesn't try to hide the fact or anything like that. It's like, no, these are little tropes, but they're fun. It doesn't take itself too serious, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just I'm excited for it. I feel like this is gonna be like my Saturday morning, like
Yeah.
what you used to do, Northald, where you get your cereal
Yep.
and you go and you catch up on Saturday mornings
Hell
on
yeah.
your weekly anime.
Yep.
My only hope is that Netflix improves like the subtitle things because if they're
Yeah,
not
same.
gonna translate half of the writing in the show, that's gonna be problematic because literally the main character only communicates through writing.
Through writing,
So
yeah.
I hope that they don't really drop the ball there. This isn't the first time that Netflix has like been called out for having poor translation or subtitles.
Oh,
I think for like
really?
Neon
Yeah.
Genesis, they did. I actually don't know what happened with all that. I just know that some
Mhm.
people didn't like the translation or something. It was like different from the original. Um, but other than that, I hope it just continues being good. And
So with that, how many chapters did it go through like within one episode?
it didn't go through
Just
that
the
many. Yeah,
first
I
one, I
think
Just the
think.
first
legitimately
one?
only the first one.
Well, like, because I know, well, see, that's hard to gauge too, because I know first chapters are typically long. Like, they'll
Yeah.
do like a 40-page or 50-page thing. So,
I've So like Comey doesn't actually have really long chapters. Like I would actually say they're really short in comparison.
Mhm.
yeah.
And like even that first chapter, like I would say that the beginning of the show, like the first couple scenes, I don't feel like those were in the manga. Um so I think the first chapter might have been like 20 pages or something. But I think
No,
after that they have to.
I
You think it
remember
was
it
longer?
being I remember it being longer. Yeah, for sure.
But after that like they get pretty short. Like there's more
Yeah.
like little clips here and there. And then it'll
Yeah,
get long
yeah.
again. So it's like I think like some short chapters with like long chapters thrown in between.
Yeah, Comey's kind of weird because they'll have like a string of short chapters that are literally like 4 pages, and
Mhm.
then it'll come out with like a normal like 20-page chapter.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see. I'm trying to figure out for how long the first chapter was. No, I guess the first chapter was only like 14 pages. Maybe.
Yeah, like it wasn't
Oh,
that
really?
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah, but I think it's just like every
swear.
panel like is very like detailed and like Cloud was saying like there's just so much expression in like a lot of the like facial features and stuff like that that I just feel like they make it feel longer even if it wasn't. But yeah, this
Mhm.
first episode was I want to say just like that first chapter.
I am going through the chapters real quick right now. It actually covers the
Mhm.
first four, apparently. I think what I'm remembering is there's a chapter 0, and that's like 50 pages. And
Mm.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think that's what I was remembering. But no, it covers like the first four chapters of the manga, apparently.
All right, so the first four.
So
So
yeah,
averaging, it'll probably hit like chapter 50-ish, maybe, depending on the pacing.
If it's canon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope, yeah, because it's like a 300, they have like 326 chapters or something right now.
yeah, it's over 300 for sure.
And it's ongoing. And so, yeah, a lot of
Let's
content to
see.
work with. I hope they don't try to smush it all, but I don't think they are, just based off of the first chapter alone, like,
Yeah, they
or the
really
first episode.
treated the first episode really well.
Mhm.
Also, the opening is a
Yeah.
banger. I love the opening.
You like
Yeah.
it? I
I
actually don't
like
like
it.
it that much. Maybe it needs to
What?
grow on me. Yeah, I don't know. I
Probably.
didn't
It's a
like it that
banger to me.
much. I was
I
like,
already know.
it's okay."
It's like a Attack on Titan season 4 opening. Well, Conchita's you didn't
Nobody
like
liked
it.
it.
Nobody liked
Nobody
it.
liked it.
From day one, I was like, this is a banger. Watch, everyone's gonna be singing it in like a few more episodes, and everyone was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's so good. And watch,
Yeah.
you're gonna say that about Komisan. That freaking like what is it? It's like a guitar solo. I forget what it is, but it's so
The
hype. Do you know what
beginning, I
part I'm
had to
talking
like read the
about?
IMDb.
The
I
freaking like
know.
and I'm just yeah, that got me
Yeah.
hyped. All right, Komi-san,
Huh?
awesome. Everyone should watch it. If you don't like it, go to the
Highly
hospital.
recommend.
There's
And don't
something wrong with
Go to the
communicate
you.
with the
hospital. There's something wrong with you, y'all.
There's something
I
wrong with
agree.
your brain. The next thing I want to just like briefly touch upon is Tac Up Destiny, Tac OP Destiny. I don't know, however way you want to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Um, because I caught up. There's like 3 episodes out so far.
Yeah.
It's pretty good still. You know,
Yeah.
for like a video game anime, I'm still liking it. Episode 2 was really predictable, but I was still sad when
But
because
you were so sad.
yeah, well, it's because like it was a very tropey episode. It's like a flashback episode, and I'm just like, oh, I 100% know where this is going, but despite that, I was still just like, in the back of my head, I'm like, I hope, but I know already, but I hope no, but I know yes.
Yeah.
So when like all the events played out, it still kind of made like an impact on me, where I was just like, damn, that sucks. So like I think to give it credit, it was really well done and still greatly animated. This is still probably one of the best animated shows of this season.
It
And
looks really pretty.
they introduced some cool characters. I know Northall, you say you fell in love with one of the characters.
Oh my god.
You
Okay.
did?
So there's this big, buff, beefy boy, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's effeminate. He has like that the tied up button up, like how when some people just tie up the bottom. So he has
Yeah,
his shirt like that, showing midriff and everything. And you know what he does? He busts out with the ada ada. I was like, I said, what? What the? I was like, oh,
What?
I'm
I didn't
feeling.
love this character.
I was like, I'm feeling kind of weird right now.
You're feeling a little weird?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna lie, when that showed up too, I was just like, oh damn, shoot, that's a really good ara. And
Yeah, I was
I
like,
didn't
God
expect
What is
it.
that? What is that? What does that mean?
It means like
just,
oh my or something, like
Yeah.
oh my. That's what it is.
Is it supposed to be like a hot girl thing?
Yeah, it's
it's
usually a
older
hot girl
women.
thing. Yeah.
I'll put the clip for you. It's
Oh,
like
I think I see him.
it's 2
Okay.
seconds. It's 2 seconds there for you.
Nice.
That
It's-
is
Post that in the chat so everyone can see
yeah,
what
let's
we're
share it
talking
in the
about.
chat.
It's 2 seconds.
So he made you feel
That's it.
things.
Oh yeah, I was like, I shouldn't. I was like, the hell? I looked at Caitlin and I was like, I don't know anymore. Where's he been all my life? I was like, hello, daddy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was too much.
He's the daddy of the season.
Yeah, he's the daddy of the season.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. I have to watch this one then.
Yeah, they introduced like another character, which is the beefy boy character North was talking about. I think it's pretty interesting too. I'm assuming they're gonna go more in depth with like, I guess, the mechanics of the world, because we kind of learn how he got his like music fighter person. And just like a quick synopsis of the show, essentially there are these beasts that hate music. They like attack music because apparently it like pains them or something. So they try to attack it at the source. And there's these people with like
they're called music arts.
Yeah, they call them music arts, which is like the girl that's in front of us. They fight with music, I guess, and the conductors are called maestros. So they fight these beasts with their music arts, and we kind of get in the flashback. We learned how the main character Tak, his name's Tak, gets his music art. So that's pretty interesting. They don't really like explain too much. It kind of almost just happens. So I'm more interested in learning how and why that sort of happened. And overall, like I'm just gonna watch it for like the animation because it's just really nice. The story is actually kind of growing on me a little bit, and I'm liking it more and more as I'm watching it. So I would recommend it. It's also like has a lot of good music too.
Yeah.
There's like one scene where I was just like, oh, this is so dope, and it's just like because essentially he goes to play at a concert and he's just playing like jazz and all this other stuff, and it's just like really well done and animated, and I was like feeling it the whole time.
Yeah. I well, I'm not. I don't play piano. But it looked like they were actually like hitting the actual keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe they got like actual musicians to like
Yeah.
play the.
Yeah, because it was kind of it looked kind of weird if you focus on it, but it was just like everything was like hand drawn and stuff. And then like the hand animations, it looked like it was either drawn over or they used like a 3D render. So they traced
Okay.
someone's hand going over. So that's
yeah,
why it was
I
like
did
That's
notice that
really
a little
cool.
bit.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really well done. That scene was like really great. I don't want to say it's one of my favorites, but because it's still really early in the season, but I'm probably gonna remember that scene. Um, this is kind of like a tangent. I didn't watch this week's episode of Blue Period, um, but I'll probably watch that next week. I did want to bring it up because I was just like kind of talking back to Komisan for a bit. It almost feels like Netflix put all their budget into Komisan and none into Blue Period.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm just like, how can Netflix, either license an anime that looks this good and not do the same thing for Blue Period?
Yeah.
I kind of felt like Blue Period got shafted because it got the short end to say. Because I do feel like it's going to be like a really good anime, but the animation's going to hold it back a lot.
That's
And
interesting.
it's crazy too, because like their key visual looks really
Looked
detailed
really pretty.
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
very pretty. And then you look at the show and it's not it's not pretty like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just feel like they dropped the ball. Like it definitely feels like they picked a favorite. Like it's gonna be Komi-san or Blue Period. No, all right, Komi-san, you're gonna
Oh, well,
be the
that's a
favorite for this week.
because like I've heard like Blue Period as a manga is like really good. Like I've heard people talk about it as like one that is like underrated. So I'm like, well, that's really sad. But I don't know, maybe it'll like drive people to the manga um instead
I mean, I
if the
hope
animation
so.
does fall flat.
Yeah.
I hope so, just because like I have been enjoying it, and if it kind of just gets done dirty by poor animation, because I feel like people when they watch something, it's either they like respond to it visually first,
Mhm.
and then they like continue watching it for the story. If you're
Mhm.
watching like Blue Period without knowing like what it is and knowing that like it's good beforehand, you're just gonna be like, "Wow, this is
Mm.
okay," but I don't remember anything special about it
Mm.
because visually it doesn't look like anything special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like interesting considering it's supposed to be like a
Yeah, it's
artist,
supposed to be an
Yeah.
art
like an
anime,
art.
an
Yeah.
anime about
Like
art.
kind of dropped it. Yeah.
But we'll see. I
Oh
hope it
man.
improves. The only thing I other want to talk about is Sakugan. That's like the only other thing I watched this week. Because I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that, and I wanted to watch it, and I actually ended up watching, I think, all 3 episodes that came out. Um, it's fairly decent. I want to say that it is just Gurren Lagann on a discount Gurren Lagann.
I'm like looking at the visual for it. I'm like, this is discount Gurren Lagann. Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
because like it has a very similar premise. Like Gurren Lagann is about like a well, I guess two brothers. I'll call them two brothers who
Mhm.
live like in an underground city that want to break through, and they eventually explore the outside world. And Sakugan is about a daughter and a father. The daughter wants to go explore the outside world. The father wants to protect her. Um, they find a robot with a drill, and they they break through and explore the outside world. The events that happen for them to explore the outside world are different, but I felt like the premise is very similar. Um, but it does have like a pretty interesting premise because instead of like beastmen, which is what Gurren Lagann has on the outside, there is like a semblance and reference to a bigger world outside, and there are people who actually go outside and explore it, and they like try to map it out and everything. That's why
Mhm.
our main character, she wants to go out and explore everything because she wants to be one of the I think like the markers. I think that's what they call them.
Okay.
And the dad just doesn't want her to go because he knows that it's super dangerous, and he doesn't want to like ultimately lose his daughter, right? Um, and then the events that transpire to get them both to essentially leave to eventually like explore the outside world is different from Gurren Lagann. But if you just look at the premise at a face value, it just feels very much like Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, they even end with the Gon.
Oh,
Gurren
true.
Lagann.
That is true.
Yeah.
Sakugan. Oh, that's funny. I think it's
Let's
just
see.
more of a mecha thing though, but
It
Probably.
is. It's also like the fact that the mecha is also looks like a face, like the blue one.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks like a little face,
Oh yeah.
where that is also what Gurren Lagann was. Like the mechas
Yeah, it's
had
like a little
faces on them.
head.
And
Yeah.
then there's the drills. We all know about the
Yeah.
drills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty
so,
funny.
yeah, it's still pretty enjoyable though.
You'll still watch it?
I'll probably still watch it. Yeah, it's actually a really like easy anime to watch because it's visually also pretty well done. It has like CGI on it, but it's actually I feel some of the better CGI that I've seen in an anime,
Mhm.
mostly because it doesn't look like it's all CGI. It's just like there's one or two assets that are CGI, and everything else is like hand drawn, which
Okay.
Mm.
I'll always take over just like everything being CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I
Uh,
haven't even heard about this one.
I saw like a trailer for it, which is why I wanted to watch it. I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty interesting. Plus, it's like sci-fi. I'm also just like a sucker for like
Any mecha.
mecha and wanting to explore a
Yeah.
hidden and unexplored world because I really like the world building that those animes tend to do. So I was
Mhm.
still very fairly interested, but I like the characters. I like the premise. I'll probably keep watching it, keep you guys updated. Uh, Other than that, don't really have any more thoughts. Do you guys have any other animes you
Yeah.
wanted to talk about that you've been watching this week?
I pulled up my queue, so I don't know, Conchitas, you want to go first or?
I mean, no. The only thing I was gonna talk about was Comey.
Oh, damn. All
I
right.
was like, I just wanted Comey this week. It's
So
been
let's.
kind of slow. I haven't been able to really watch like anime the same way that I wanted to, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Anyway,
let's
go
see.
ahead.
So for my watch list, let's see. I got World Trigger.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've heard of that, Cloud. No, maybe.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
So I have a love-hate relationship with it
Mhm.
because I really like the premise, but the execution is so slow.
Okay.
So super like high level. I could talk about it more a different time, but
Yeah,
uh everyone has like some innate energy in them that they could use for why are we showing Danganronpa?
I think producer San just heard the word trigger and
Yeah.
just threw it up there.
It's fine. I don't have a
You
visual
know
for
what?
it.
Sure, that's what we're talking about. Not
Oh
really,
god.
but
uh so World Trigger, everyone has some energy within them, and then there's universes that pass by each other and they call
Mhm,
people from those worlds neighbors. And
mhm,
so there are some neighbors that will invade when they're close enough because since the gap is so like think of the planets, right? But it's just different universes like going over each other, and they'll
Mhm.
mhm,
get close enough where they could go and teleport to the other world that they're
mhm.
passing by. And so what they'll do, they'll harvest people and like turn them into like the energy cubes of like just break them down into that, and then they'll just use it to like power their stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's an interesting premise. So it's just like our world is Earth, we got invaded one time, and then they found out about it, and so all the weapons are called triggers, so that's why it's called World Trigger.
Mm.
And so it's pretty good. It's on season 3, episode 3 so far, but it's just incredibly slow
Okay.
for the
Okay.
pacing. I
Mm.
don't I could talk more about it, but I kind of want to go down my list of
Yeah, for sure.
uh then we got Fena Pirate Princess. That one's
Oh
done. That
yeah.
ended today. Uh
Yeah, yeah.
so nice short watch. 12 episodes. It's pretty good. Like it's pretty looking, and it reminds me of kind of like Eureka 7, where it's kind of
Oh.
like straight to the point with their story, and then they kind of just like cut things off. Um,
Okay, cool.
and then they leave it open ended, but they're not going to make another season of it from what it
Oh.
looks like. Like the story is like actually complete for like Fena. So
Is this the Warner
Mm,
Brothers one?
yeah, this is the Warner Brothers one.
Ah, okay, okay.
And so yeah, it was pretty good. Like it escalated very quickly towards the end.
Oh, really?
I was like just out of nowhere, because they don't explain a whole lot
Mhm.
until the very end of it, and it just jumps very quickly. Like I'm pretty sure they could have at least done like a 24 episode season or something like that, just to
mhm.
have them visit more places, because they're pirates, right? So they're just like going around trying to find out like her background.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so yeah, it was pretty good. Um, I'll give my Otaku rating, I guess.
Give
Uh,
it.
give it. Let's
Yep.
see.
2.5. 3.5.
It's actually close to a 4, because
Okay.
Really?
I don't know. No,
Ooh.
I'll say it's a 4 because I really like the characters for it. The
Okay.
characters were entertaining. It's my cup of tea where the story just ends, because I'm tired of these like ongoing
Yeah.
shows that go forever. It's pretty cutthroat, where it's just like just beginning, middle, end, and that's it. And you're just like, okay. Uh it was good. Very pretty, likable characters. The story, I could say, could use some improvements if like they explained things a little bit more, or they showed some more like flashbacks to other stuff without spoiling it. Um, I do have to say the dog wasn't involved as much as I'd liked it to be.
Ah,
It was
But
just there for merch.
understandable.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yep.
Let's see, other ones. I am watching the Demon Slayer
Mm.
Mugen Train stuff. So I'm watching it because I want to know if they're gonna do anything different like they did with the first episode, because it shows how what's his face, the Hashira
Rengoku?
Rengoku,
Yeah.
how he got to the train.
Mhm.
Like if you watch that first episode without watching the remainder of the season, you'd be okay, and then you can even just rewatch the movie at that point. Uh,
Yeah.
but the show, at
So far,
least
nothing.
nothing's different. They do cut out a lot of the fluff, or like some of the like the downtime, because you know how there was like some confusion when they went like all chibbish and they were like floating around
Oh,
Rengoku.
yeah, yeah.
They cut that out completely. So
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
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 it was just I forget if there was 2 demons on the train in the movie.
Yeah.
There were? Okay. So it was like bam bam, and then it just cut to them being back at their chairs, at their seats, and then they were asleep. So it cut out like that type of fluff and junk. Same thing with them like seeing their other, like the other dreams, because it's already
Mhm.
episode 3, and the guy that went into Tanjiro's dream,
Yeah.
he's already in like his subconscious at that point.
Oh, so they didn't show
Okay.
like how they got in there?
No, they showed it, but like I'm telling you, like they keep cutting out like a bunch of stuff, and it's just super compressed. Which
That's weird because I would think that they would use the episodes to like lengthen.
right, that's why I thought too, but it doesn't seem like it, and I'm kind of liking it though.
You're
Like
liking it?
I'm liking it, even though I'm rewatching the movie in bits.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm doing, but it's just like it's just cutting out the fluff. So
That's
uh
interesting.
there's
I think that's
86.
good.
Still watching that. This episode wasn't as depressing, so it was a little better.
Oh, I think you're gonna be
uh,
like, so it wasn't that great.
yeah, I know. It's good and stuff. It's keeping up, so talk more about that later. But I started a new show. I don't have a visual yet. We don't need a visual for it. It's all right. It's called Gambare Doki Chan.
Oh, Gambare Doki. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
They're like 5-minute episodes.
Really?
And it's slice of life, and it's about this girl that's working in an office, and she has a crush on a guy. So it's kind of etchy too. So she has a crush with a
Oh.
guy in her office, and she just wants to bone him. She wants to get boned. And I'm just like, what the she gives him like opportunities, and he's just like, whatever. Like they had it the first episode, they had to share a hotel room, and there was 2 beds. And then he like went to go take a shower, and then she went to go take a shower, and she like put on like nicer like a nicer bra and panties, like just to trying to stand
Okay.
out more. And she like got back in bed, and she purposely didn't have like covers on her, well, like
Oh
not in
my
her
god.
underwear before
Oh
like
my god.
Okay.
before she
I need to
changed
watch
into that.
this.
I'll be like
And,
that. I've
and
seen that
then
porn
and then
before.
the guy just like comes up, like she was still in her office clothes. It was before she
Okay.
changed. So she was in her office clothes acting like she was asleep. And then like he just walks up and he covers her, and then she's like, I'm gonna go take a shower. And then she changes like her underwear, she puts some fancier stuff on, and then she goes to bed with her, because they were both in like robes and separate beds after they
Mm.
showered and stuff. And then she has like a dream like of her like getting boned by him.
Oh my
Really?
god.
Oh my
What the
god.
And
Where is this
holy.
being aired?
it's on Crunchyroll. It's not. It
Oh
doesn't. It
no.
doesn't
Alright.
show any butt or boobs, at least so far and stuff. But like the situations, I'm just like, the dude's just being normal,
They're
and
just hilarious.
she's just horny. I was just like,
Oh man.
yeah. It comes out later that like she got jealous of like she's jealous of one of her other coworkers that's like blatantly flirting with the guy. And like the girl like looks at her as she's like flirting with him just to like piss her
Uh,
off. And I'm just like, oh, it's that kind of show. Yeah, but they're only like 5-minute episodes. They're good. It's
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah.
yeah, that's the more surprising thing. I thought they were gonna be longer. I didn't expect
Oh.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Dude,
Yeah.
are they releasing like batches of episodes or just still a
No,
weekly
it's just
thing?
once a
Oh,
week, I think.
once a week for 5 minutes? Damn. All right,
Yeah.
sure.
All right,
I
yeah.
like I
I
like
mean,
that premise
there's
though.
6
That sounds
episodes
funny.
out. There's 6 episodes out, so
Yeah.
like
I don't
that's
I
30
don't
minutes.
it's listed as seinen, so I guess because
Yeah,
there's like some adult themes
it's
in it.
mature, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, she's just horny.
I
I
I
can't say
I
anything.
did hear about that anime and I did want to watch it,
Just watching
I
it. It's
just
5
didn't,
minutes.
but yeah. Now I will. Just it's 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's another one that I put on my queue. Is Tawawawa on Monday? I don't know. I think that's the one with the meme with the freaking girl, like her boobs bust out of her shirt, or like the button like shoots off or some shit like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. I
Mm,
saw
You're
I
like, I
saw
see,
boobas.
I see
you
movies.
saw
I click.
boobas.
Click.
You
And
like
like,
I am a
yeah,
simple man.
I'm a simple man. And I even looked and the episodes too, they're only 4 to 5 minutes long. So
Oh, okay.
and they're on their second season. So I'm gonna watch it. And
all right. Yeah,
yeah.
more power to you. Watch your
I'll
boobas
tell you
anime.
all about it. Oh, but Cloud, one more.
Oh my god. All
There's
right, which
Oh
one
one?
my
more.
god.
Which one?
Uh World's End Harem.
Yeah,
Did you
World's in
watch
Hand.
it?
No, I ended up not watching
Oh
it.
no.
I fell asleep. Like
I thought it got canceled.
no, but the first episode's out.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
You
first
thought
can
you
watch
watched
it.
that.
I
No,
watched it.
yeah, Northald watched it. I
Oh my
I heard
gosh.
Northald's live reaction to watching it.
Oh, you
Um,
did.
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
I
It was always just like, oh,
Oh.
let's get it hot in here. Oh,
Oh
uh
my gosh.
so all right. So I'll go through the premise really quick. Uh the guy gets put under cryostasis because he has MS, so multiple sclerosis. And they have like this AI machine that is able to just I don't they didn't really go into guessing nanomachines or some shit like that just to correct that type of stuff, but they're just like, you have to go under for 5 years. And so he's like, all right. And he's saying goodbye to everyone, and then he has a girlfriend that kind of looks like the girl in the middle. And she's like, okay, I'm willing to wait 5 years. I'll see you. Bye. And he gives her his necklace, uh, just as a memento because he couldn't take anything with him. And they were just like, oh, you can't have like even your necklace. And he's like, okay. And he gives it to her right then and there. He wakes up 5 years later. There's a virus. It's wiped out all men, except for the ones that were put under. So there's a lot of them, but
Oh, there is? Okay.
only the ones that were treated for MS were the ones who developed antibodies for the disease that
Oh,
kills
so then
off
the
men.
other
mm,
ones
Yeah,
are
so
gonna die. Okay.
the other ones, if they pull them out, they're gonna die. So
okay.
yeah, so there's other men that have already woken up, but they're trying to get more to repopulate the earth. And he goes out because he has like a freak out moment, like running in the streets. Um, while they're driving, he's like, "Where are all the men?" And they explain that, and then the women start like going nuts. They're like, "I haven't seen a man in years. Oh my god, he's actually good
Oh my
looking." And
gosh.
like
What
they
type of incel like
they
BS
want
Oh,
is
to
this?
hold
attack him.
on, hold
Like,
on.
but
What are you
hold on,
talking about?
hold on. He's just like, I am not gonna do this because I want to find my girlfriend,
Oh
and
my
she's missing.
Yeah, see, he's a loyal person.
And so he's like, all right. And so he's been talking to the one in the middle that looks like his girlfriend.
Mm.
And she like straight up gets naked, goes into his bedroom, tries to go in his bed with him, and he's like,
No.
sorry. He's like, no. He's like, no, I can't do that. He's like, you look like her, but he's like, no. And then the sweaty part happens. The most sweaty part happens.
Ooh.
She goes, well, if you're not gonna hook up with me or any of these other women and you want to stay faithful to your girlfriend, right? She's like, they make a deal for 1 month, right? That he has 1 month to find her. Well, I think it's 1 month. To find his girlfriend. Otherwise, they're gonna force it. So
Oh my
like,
god.
Wow.
Oh.
and he's just
I
like,
almost bought the first volume of this.
yeah, he's like, I don't want to be like cattle. He's like, I am not a stud. I just want to find my girl. That's it. And the other guys who've woken up, they're just like, they don't give a shit.
I don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, yeah, get
Bang.
laid, okay, whatever. And so she goes,
That's hilarious.
all right. She's like, I want to see how faithful you are to your girlfriend. She's like, I'm gonna handpick a girl for you every night, and they're gonna sleep in bed with you nude, and you're gonna be nude, and you
Oh
have to
man.
abstain from doing anything. Otherwise, if he submits to that, then they're gonna just then they're
You're
just
just
gonna
gonna
force it.
bang.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right.
No.
And I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, God damn, that is sweaty.
Sweaty or
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
sweaty.
gosh.
That would put me in a fucking nervous wreck. I'd be like, what the fuck?
That premise is pretty legendary.
Yeah. I was like,
I think
God
everyone should
damn.
watch it.
Yeah, I think, and so I could understand why they held back for putting all the episodes on there, because I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like,
Oh yeah. All
there's gonna
right.
be a lot of nudity in it for sure.
Yeah, I went to a bookstore and like they had all the volumes. And there's like 20 volumes or something crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Like
like, how many is
18.
all the volumes? That's a lot
Well,
of
I think they
volumes.
only had maybe it was like 13. I'm exaggerating. But I was just kind of like, oh wow, okay. And I was gonna get it. And then I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. Oh
So
my
I
gosh.
think you missed out. I think you should
I
have
think I
gotten
missed
it.
yeah, I
out.
think you did.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Gotta add this to my library soon.
Yeah. So that's it from my list.
All right.
It's a pretty extensive
Yeah,
list.
yeah, I know.
Pretty
Ugh.
I like it
horny
though.
list
I
too.
like it. Yeah. Come on,
It's
Chris.
I respect
oh
it. Chris is a man of, or Mortal's a man of
He's already
culture.
sweating. He's a man of
yeah,
culture. He's a
He's
simple man.
yeah.
he said it already. He sees boobas.
I
He's
click.
in.
He
He's in.
clickus.
Yeah, but no.
I think we're
I think
gonna
that's
just
all we
wrap up the
have.
show. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a couple
Yeah,
more talking points, but we can always revisit those in a later
Yeah.
episode.
yeah.
Other than that, yeah, we've already gone
Yeah.
over an hour and 5, and we didn't even get into any third topic. We just literally talked about the animes we saw this week.
Yeah.
So we're
That
just
sounds
probably gonna
good to
end it
me.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
As always, we will post these videos up on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for staying with us this long. We appreciate it. It's awesome. You're awesome. We upload them on Wednesdays, so episode's probably gonna come out Wednesday. And if you want to follow us, any of our socials, they're right there, as you can see.
Down
Follow our
below.
Twitter. You'll get updates on when we go live. We do a pretty good job at posting, or should I say, I do a pretty good job at posting when we
Yeah.
go live.
Yeah.
Follow Cloud.
When you're following Twitter, you're really just following me, but it's okay. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say. I think we're good here. If you made it this long, if you made it this far in the YouTube video, like, comment, subscribe. What is your sweaty anime that you like to watch on your downtime?
I like that. Yeah.
Let us know
I'll
in the
comment
comments
on mine
below.
too.
Alright, for sure. And that's gonna be it for us. I hope you have a good night. And yeah, that's about it. Anybody have anything else to say?
No. I don't. Are we gonna do an episode next week? I don't think so, right? Because it's
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, I guess we can maybe do like a morning thing.
All right, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll keep y'all updated on the socials and.
Updated.
All right,
Other than
that's it.
that, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. And that's it.
Yeah, we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.